Hey, my name's Nick Haley, and this is my first gen Toyota Tacoma. Many of you guys have been wanting a walk around video, just kind of talking about the things I've done to it over the years, and I figured I got nothing better to do, so here it is. To get started with a little bit of backend information on it, the truck's 2001. I've had it for about 3 years now. I believe I bought it with 180,000 miles. Again, it was bone stock. It had hideous paint match grill, bumpers, mirrors. I'm sure some of you guys might have seen the old pictures of it. But it's came a long way, and it's been a great truck ever since I got it. And let's get into it. So I figured the easiest way of going about this is just kind of starting from the front of the truck and working our way back, and hopefully I can get everything in there. So starting off, this front bumper, I built it about 2 months ago. Kind of just got bored of the look of the old one, and this is what I came up with. It's got a Badlands 9,500-pound winch. Normally they come with a cable line. I ended up taking that off and putting this synthetic rope on here just to save a little bit of weight, and I like the looks of the synthetic a lot better. But it's a Toyota, so I won't ever be using it. And then these lights, these are Harbor Freight's kind of new now lights. I think they're the Road Shock Edge. So far they've been super bright, and I've had nothing but positive things to say about them, especially at the price point you can get them at. And then moving on to these headlights, these are actually, I believe it's Desert Wolf retrofits. I just put them on there not too long ago, and they are ridiculously bright. I definitely recommend them to anyone's looking to upgrade to a retrofit. I didn't have a retrofit on there for a while, and I thought my lights were good enough, but ever since I put those on there, it's night and day difference how much better they can perform. So now moving on to this front suspension setup. Right now I have a MCM Fab 3.5 inch over long travel kit. I have that paired up with a 2.5 by 8 king coilover. I had AccuTune valve the coilovers to the weight of the truck, so they work flawlessly, especially paired up with the locked off-road bump stops. It has a stock Tundra CV axle in there, so I'm maintaining four-wheel drive still. I believe I'm right at about 11 inches of travel, strapped with my PRP limiting strap. I went ahead and upgraded to the Total Chaos upper control arm gussets, along with the spindle gussets. And many of you guys know about the terrible lower ball joint failures on these first gens, so I went ahead and upgraded to the Total Chaos lower uniball, and so far the whole setup just works super well. It definitely outperforms the rear. And while we're here, we might as well talk about the wheel and tire setup. So right now I have a Stealth Custom Series 17 by 9, I believe it's a Ray 10 style wheel on, or wrapped in a 37 1250 KM3. So far it's been a great tire. I've had no complaints. It's really hard to kind of move on from a different tire. I've ran these for the last 3 years, and I've had nothing but good things to say about it. I did no tubbing. Took a nice big sledgehammer to my firewall there and got it to clear. I did have to trim the fender quite a bit, but I'm able to drive around town with no serious rubbing, and off-road it's very minimal rubbing. Only mainly when I'm fully locked and trying to flex out that front suspension. So now, as we're still kind of working our way to the back of the truck, let's talk about my ditch lights. So right now I have some Amber Baja Designs XL Sports. They work. I was having some issues with them collecting some moisture. I've tried to reach out. I haven't heard nothing from Baja about them, but they're there. They work. I kind of just keep the covers on them because I really don't need them after I put all of the Harbor Freight lights up on the front. And then kind of just moving on. So Not many pre-runners have these. These are called rock sliders. They're pretty much just there to protect your body from any rocks or logs or just about anything you may hit, and it also makes for a great jack point if you ever need to lift up this side of the side of the truck to get a tire off. Or so now, kind of just moving to the rear of the truck. I guess I'll start off talking about the axle and gears. So it's just the stock axle that came on the truck. I believe I have 2-inch wheel spacers, and Yukon 48 gears to help kind of turn these 37s, because for those who don't know, these things are sluggish. Trying to put an oversized wheel and tire setup on there if you haven't re-geared. I have a Chevy 63 leaf spring with a 6-inch shackle while using a 2.5 by 14 king shock in the back. It works. I have about 14 inches of travel. It's definitely not ideal for going fast. I have a new suspension setup coming here soon. I'm just kind of waiting on some parts. It's going to be a spring under Deaver setup with some extra goodies. And I also have locked off-road 2.0 bump stops. Bump stops seem to work great. Again, just the leaf springs really aren't ideal for going fast and doing the stuff I'd like to do. Many of you guys have seen my rooftop tent rack thingy I built. Had an issue with it bending my bed, actually, so I went ahead and added this cross member here just to try to strengthen the bed sides up a little bit. But the rear end of the truck's nothing super special. But while we're back here, let's talk about this rear bumper I built. I built this about, I want to say about 1.5 years ago. It's been a great bumper. It's kind of ridiculously strong. I've put my fair share of abuse to it. I believe it's just got some Amazon special little chase lights in there. Nothing special. I think I might have paid 20 bucks for them, but they've held up just fine, and I truly have no complaints. But I believe that wraps up the majority of the build. Again, it's an all-around pretty solid truck. Definitely been a big learning curve for me building it, but I've enjoyed every step along the way, and can't wait to see what this thing might turn into in a couple years.